Welcome back to Fourth Down and D. I'm your host, D. Capri, and as always, I am thankful that you are joining me today. I hope you all are having a great week coming off that big old win. The Saints beat the Falcons 43-37. It was huge for us because we needed a big old confidence push going into our schedule. Our schedule is not easy for those of you who follow the New Orleans Saints. You know, we are looking at a big game coming up in New York. Then we have the Redskins coming up. But let's review a little bit from that Falcons game. So we always do the good, bad, and ugly. So the good for me was the ageless Drew Brees. He went crazy. You got to give that props to the O-line too, because they kept him clean for the most part. It was, it kept him off the ground. He was able to do his thing. The bad, the defense, again, the defense is just, I don't know what we're doing. What are we doing? Help me out. Tell me what we're doing differently than we did last year. All right, and then the ugly just goes to just by himself, Mr. P.J. Williams. They gave you a chance, big bro. They gave you a chance, and you went out there and got baked for 150 yards in the first half. 3 TDs. Shout out to Lattimore. You bouncing back, brother. You done lost that 10 pounds. You ain't running the 9.7 with me no more. You done lost that weight, bro. You back in game shape. You locked down one whole side of the field. Then you flipped over and went to the other side. Locked down Ridley because nobody else could. Crowley, bro, I'm begging you. At this point, I'm begging you. You got to step up because we're not finding our answers on the streets. We're not going to find our answers on the street. So, I mean, the offense was outstanding. Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara was so tired at the end of the game, but he just walked off the field. He didn't even run the last play. Drew jumped over the crowd. Alvin Kamara took one step. They called it a touchdown. He just turned around and walked off the field. He was so tired. We can't keep beating him up, man. Alvin, one more game, little bro. Alvin, one more game, man. One more game and we're going to be okay, I promise. And then we'll get you some help back there. Marcus coming back. I have to admit, I used to always say, let's trade Mark for somebody. Now, I ain't never say that. Yeah, I be saying that shit on the timeline. But I used to be like, Mark get on my nerves, this, that, and the other. I'm not going to lie. Mark, I miss you. And I just miss you. I ain't going to say I'm sorry because you're still with the Alabama. But I miss you. And we need you back on the field simply because we cannot keep giving Alvin Kamara 31 touches. He's not built like that. He's been durable, but we need you. We need you back, and I miss you. I'm just straight up telling you. So let's look forward a little bit to this Giants game. The Giants are not a good team in my opinion. I think they're like 27th in offensive production. So this is a game I think that the Saints can kind of get their feet up under them on defense. Their offensive line in New York is trash. It's complete shambles. So Cam Jordan and the rookie Davenport should be able to get some pressure on Eli. And we know Eli just tosses it up there and hopes for a prayer. Now, on the outside and our cornerbacks, we're going to need help because Sterling Shepard and OBJ ain't no joke now. They'll put 150 on your head too, just like Mr. Ridley did. So we're going to need some help back there. I hope, the pressure from our line kind of rushes that and they don't really get into their routes as good as they should. And hopefully we pull out a victory up there. I know that, let's see, our injury report for Wednesday was mostly everybody was limited, but Manti Te'o was out. He was the only one that was out. But I think the limited part comes in because we played so many quarters in at the Falcons. So that last quarter kind of pushed us over the edge. I think everybody just needed an extra day of rest. So they just popped up on the injury report as limited. I'm not concerned about it. But I did see a long injury report for the Giants. A lot of did not practice. I'm sorry. So hopefully, we're full strength when we go. We can get this victory, because going into a Monday Night Football game against Washington, being 3-1 looks so good. Y'all, that would look so good, especially how we started out the season. We got surprised by Tampa. It looks like they're coming back to earth. Now they have creepy-ass Jameis Winston coming back. They don't know who they're going to start. He's just a weirdo, man. I hate that guy. Ben Roethlisberger, too. I hate him, too. I know that's completely off the subject, but I hate those dudes. But anyway, hopefully we are back, with back at home with the 3-1 record after coming off a win in New York. So we are looking forward to that. Drew, Mr. Ageless Wonder himself, I hope he continues to have an 80% completion percentage. They asked him a question like, could you keep it up? He said, I don't see why not. I don't see why not either, Drew. I don't see why not either. Don't get pick happy. We know what you do. So, you know what I'm saying? Just keep putting it in there. Let your receivers catch it, make moves. Michael Thomas is having a year that I didn't expect him to have, and I expected him to have a great year, but this is crazy what he's doing. This is future Hall of Fame type stuff that he's pulling off right now. I read an interview about him yesterday, and I think he might be slightly insane, but I guess you gotta be to be that good. But yeah, hopefully we can all pull it together in New York, continue this beautiful winning streak. I think that's it for me. I think that's it for D Capri. 4th Down and D. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share. Make sure you're telling your buddies. Make sure you're telling your friends. Giants fans, if you got something to say, come in my comments. Tell me why we ain't going to beat your ass. Alright? Straight up. So, my end of score and score prediction for this week. Mine have been way off for the last couple of weeks. I think I kind of know what the team is now. So, I'm going to say 40-20 Saints. 40-20 Saints. Tell me why I'm wrong, Giants fans. Tell me why, y'all gonna beat us. But Saints fans, Who Dat Nation, make sure you're spreading the word. Shout out to Bearded Brothers Podcast for having me on again this week. I love y'all, man. Y'all always keep me up front. Y'all always make sure y'all spreading the word about my show, and I definitely, truly appreciate it. You guys are the best. Make sure y'all are tuning in and listening to these fellas, man. They got a lot of good stuff, man. A lot of good content. They're funny. They're real life. And, they're honest. And you just don't get that purity nowadays anymore. So make sure you all are tuning in to Bearded Brothers Podcast, man. I love y'all. D Capri out. 4th Down and D. Who Dat?